Hey guys, welcome back to another JSON video. Today I'm going to show you how I make some of the resource packs that I make. So I think most importantly you're going to need the Minecraft official add-ons. Then this is all for Windows 10 Edition and Bedrock. And this is, I find, the easiest way to go about doing it. I haven't done too much Java modding, but I assume a lot of it follows the same premise. So firstly, you're going to need this. This is the vanilla resource pack. You can get it from Minecraft's website. I don't know if the page is that easily accessible, but if you search up Minecraft add-ons, scroll down a little bit, you should be able to find it. And so in here, you get all sorts of interesting things. So we've got all sorts of folders here. Most importantly, let's look at the textures. So this is the textures folder. It's going to hold all of the information you need for if you were making a texture pack or want to make something look silly or anything like that. So there's different folders inside this. So there's the blocks, self-explanatory. This is where all of your blocks are going to be, and even stuff that you wouldn't even think about, like I think it said conduit in here, all sorts of stuff like that. You've got color map. Don't mess with this one too terribly much. If I open this up, this is the color grading for leaves and stuff. Entity, this one's the one you can have the most fun with. This is all the mobs and monsters and animals and stuff in the game, along with some other stuff like banners, beds, boat, I believe even the armor stand is in here. Agent Alex, all sorts of interesting stuff in here. So yeah, that's how you change any like physical walking around thing in the game. Environment. This one's interesting. This has your clouds. When you're breaking a block, that's what these destroy stages are. You've got the end portal colors, end sky, moon phase, sun, weather. So kind of explanatory stuff. GUI. This is the graphic user interface. So this will be for the achievements, some of the background stuff. Take a look at this. We've got like a grass block texture. So like a bunch of stuff you wouldn't really see in the background. This is also where you've got the title, although not to be confused with the user interface, which has a lot of the same stuff. This is more, the title in here is the one that more affects the actual title than the other one. So when switching between the two, this one is the one I rely more on for changing like a title or a button or something like that. Next we've got items. Self-explanatory enough. This is where all of the images of your items look. So as opposed to the, say like for armor, for example, it may look different on your person as it would in your inventory. So this would be all the inventory items, what it looks like in your inventory. It also affects the items that really don't exist in the world too physically. So like a sword, whatever the item texture is going to be, that's what it's going to look like in the game. We've got the map. Not too crazy. This is what the background of the map looks like. So you see like this is if you want to do something like change the map or make it a better resolution or something. Yeah. Map icons. This is like all the little things you see on there, like the player icons. This is when someone's in the nether, the arrow, the X for treasure map, woodland mansion here, ocean monument, so stuff like that. Then we've got miscellaneous. This is missing texture. You've probably seen this if your world's gotten all crazy and bugged out. Enchanted item, and then the pumpkin-like thing that goes over your overlay. You've got models. This is just the armor. So if you want to edit the armor textures, this is not the ones that you'd get in your inventory. This is like the ones you'd wear. Then finally, we have, oh, not finally, there's still particle left, but there's painting. This one's the most fun. You can spend a lot of time messing around with this if you want to change the paintings in game. And then finally, we have the particles. It's just one image here. And this is like, you know, if you're have a potion effect. They're kind of hard to see. What I would do if I wanted to see them properly is I'd probably put a background layer on this And let's say I don't see, what color do we see like the least of here? Dark purple. So now I can kind of see everything that's on here. The hit markers, experience ones, kind of smoke, bubbles, little particles like that, the glyphs. And then that's pretty much it. The only other thing on here, this is the frame atlas, or the flame atlas. What it does is it's got all the, so this is an animation. So each of the little squares is one bit of the animation of the fire. So like if you played it all together and make the fire. There's just some JSONs. So this is, a JSON is a way it categorizes the textures. So you can see like an axe. Oh, okay, for an axe, it has a wood axe, stone axe, iron axe, gold axe, diamond axe. These are just the texture locations for everything. If you want to find out where the bed textures are, you go to textures, items, bed. So this is just any item you want to know where its location is. You can look in here and it'll show you. It's just documentation. Just like terrain textures is in the same vein. Where you open it, oh, you want to know where the grass side looks, or where the path is, or where the grass tops are, where the grass bottoms are, etc., etc. And so that's it for the texture section. And for textures, what you want to do if you want to edit those, well, in general, if you want to edit a texture pack, I would not go and copy the whole vanilla resource pack. Alright, so I've made a test pack here, and so this is what you would want to do if you were trying to make a new pack. I would not go and copy and paste this. I'd go through and say, okay, I want to make a pack that changes such and such texture. So first, most importantly, you need to copy this manifest.json. This is what you're going to see when you open up the pack in-game, the description, the name, and then the version number. I wouldn't change the engine version or the whatever the UID is, and then I don't change any of this either. Maybe the description. So what you do is you want to copy this and paste it into your new pack, and you want to open it up. I use Notepad++ to edit this. I believe you can also use any normal text editor, and it should open fine. So we've got this manifest JSON here, and if I rename it, rename this one test pack. Oh, sorry, this is description. Description. This is the pack for the video. And its name, we'll call this test pack. And this, we'll just keep it version 1. So you save this. Now this is almost a resource pack. Where did that go? Vanilla resource pack. Okay. The next thing you need to make an official pack is we need a pack icon. So let's copy this, paste it in here. So the default pack icon is this boring grass block. You can change it to whatever you like. I usually try to stick to something along the same theme. Sometimes if it's relevant to whatever I'm making, I'll change it up. For this, I'll show you a little bit of how paint.net works. If you really want to, I can make a tutorial on paint.net, but of course you can use any paint editor as long as it supports transparencies. So not like Paint 3D or the original Paint, Microsoft Paint. Those do not support did not support transparency. So you need something like paint.net, GIMP, Photoshop, something like that. So I'm going to make a little smiley face here. Boom. And let's give him some eyes. My drawing skills are very great, as you can quite obviously see. Alright, so that is now our pack icon. That's what it will look like when we open up Minecraft. Okay, now we've got the basis of what the pack looks like. This pack is completely empty besides the manifest and the pack icon. It will do absolutely nothing until we give it some actual substance. So let's go and add a texture. So we're going to label this folder textures. So let's open the pack, or resource pack wise, we want to go back to here. So just like I put textures, a folder for that in our test pack, there's one in the vanilla resource pack. So we open that up and you can go back through. I've already explained most of the textures. So you go back here and then you can pick what you want to change. So let's say we want to change, let's change the color of emeralds. So let's see, let's go to, we want to go to blocks. So we add the blocks folder back to our vanilla resource pack folders. Oops, what did I do? And then we gotta search for our blocks. So let's say emerald, emerald block, emerald ore. So let's copy these into our blocks and then open them up. Oops, I still have our smiley face here. Open up both of those, and let's say we want to make them orange. So normally I'd spend a little bit more time making the texture look a little bit nicer. I'm not the most artistic person, but I'll just change the hue. Look at how cool that looks. Ooh. I like this orange. So I'm going to copy this so you have, okay, like that. And I'm going to select all the little emeraldy bits. Oops. Yeah, and copy them. So now we've made it more like a, kind of looks like amethyst, or like, yeah, what do you call it? Like the amber, like at Jurassic Park when you get the mosquito on the amber. Alright, so now we've made that. It looks kind of like amber. We're going to save both of those. Save that one as well. Oops. Alright, so now we've got these changed in here. And how about for a little bit of continuity in our new texture pack? Let us add an item. We want to change the emerald item because we changed the ore and we changed the block. So we've got to go and change that. So let's go back and go to, I don't know why this did that. Go to items and let's search emerald again. Emerald, open that up in our editor here. And we're going to, again, I'll just change the saturation. And there we go. Now we've got our orange emerald. Oh, see, I got an error there because I did not copy it to my items. Now we've got our orange emerald. Okay. So now we've got our texture all set up. So to be able to insert this into your Windows 10 world, what you're going to have to do, okay, you've got to find this folder, this resource packs folder, and this is its location. I'll try to copy it down in the description so you can use it yourself if you have Windows 10. But I'm going to take this test pack and we're going to copy it into our resource folder. So now we've got that pack into the resources. So now let's boot up Minecraft. Alright, we've got it loading up here. If we go to settings, you can see now, if we go to my packs, these are packs that I bought, but there is down here at the bottom, the text pack. This is the pack we just made. And you can see here, this is the name that we put in, and this is the pack for the video. So that's what we changed to the manifest. If we read more, oops, there's nothing there. But if you go up here and we do verify down at the bottom, you can see all the information we gave it. This is the pack version. You can check that. This is where we stored it. So now it is activated. So we go back to the home screen, it'll load the resources in, and I will go make a test world, and we can check to see if it worked. Into our inventory and search for emerald. Okay, well, our emerald item did not save. I wonder what the error would be there. But if you look at the blocks, you can see that they are completely changed. Their hue is changed. So look at that. That's how you change textures in Minecraft. The thing here, though, is why did the emerald not change? So let us figure out what that was. Because when you're doing packs, you're going to run into a lot of weird situations like that where things don't work out 100%, and so you're going to have to go back and troubleshoot. So I'm going to go back to the folder and check it out and see what was up. Okay, so this is our resource pack folder. This is the one that the game uses. We have our pack in here. It's very important to make sure when you're testing the pack that anytime you want to modify it, you must take it out of your resource packs folder. So I'm going to make sure to do that. I'm going to do that off camera though. Alright, so we're back in our test pack folder. Let's go back to the textures, the item, and so we can see the emerald here is fine. This is exactly what we want. Let me check the vanilla resources folder. Let's see if maybe we didn't do something right. Yep. See? You see what's wrong here? Very important. Naming your folders correctly. So you can see here I put item, but in the vanilla resources it is items. So with that little fix, it should be saved. A good practice habit here is going to change the manifest, and now this is version 2. So let's save that. And we'll put it back into Minecraft and see if it works. So I'm back in the settings. It's very important to check to make sure that when you edit something, that what I did earlier, I changed the version. And so when you see that the version is changed, you see that the pack is now updated in the game. It's also be wary to apply a pack to a specific world, as it's very hard to change the version. So if you want to update a pack in the future, it's very difficult. So just set it as active for yourself, and you'll be fine. You'll be set. Alright, so let's go back to our world. And if we hop back in, oops. Search emerald again. Oops. And you see we have our own cool orange emeralds here. Look kind of like cheese or an amethyst or something. So that's it for at least this episode of how I make resource packs. And there's so many more things you can do with a resource pack. Hopefully I can show more about the different other folders in there, but this was textures and the basics of what texturing looks like and how it works. So if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. I'll try to answer most of them if I can. Make sure to like and subscribe, and hope you enjoy more content. I've got lots of new videos on the way, so thank you for sticking through, and stay fresh.